Okay, I'm going to just have you spell your name. I can edit this stuff later. Okay, Tyler, thanks for sitting down with me today. Can I have you spell your name for me?
Yeah, Tyler, Tyler, and then Bradfield, Bradfield.
Okay, great. I just want to talk to you about your broadcasting and everything. Obviously, you're really involved with that here. So where did your interest in broadcasting begin?
Well, my interest in broadcasting first started on the radio side of things at my high school at Pendleton Heights. We had a high school radio station, a high school radio program that allowed kids to broadcast games on the air. And I started as a freshman. I just did a little bit of fill-in work for basketball. Baseball rolled around, and I was able to take more of a lead role with that. That's kind of where my interest began, and that was in high school. And then by the time my sophomore year rolled around, I was doing it kind of full-time for that high school station, calling every football, basketball, and baseball game. So that's really where my interest started in this.
So you've, what all sports have you done?
Well, I've done, as far as the radio side goes, I've done football, basketball, baseball, and softball. And then on TV, I've done basketball and football on TV.
What do you, is there one of them that you enjoy more than others?
I get asked that a lot. I would say the one I enjoy the most, it comes down to two, basketball and football on the radio side of things. I always grew up playing basketball, so there's more of just a pure love for the sport itself in basketball. And because of that, I felt as though when football approached, I needed to spend a lot of time learning the game of football. I knew it enough to do it, but I felt as though I needed to know a little bit more. So when I approached it from a broadcast angle. So I really taught myself how to broadcast football. So I love both of them, but they're very different in that sense. But those are my two favorites.
What's the most challenging part about your job as a broadcaster?
The most challenging part is really just the prep, because it's more than just showing up and sitting down and calling a game. It's preparing and staying on top of things. You know, for an average football game, so a Ball State football game, you're looking at probably 20 hours throughout the course of the week just getting ready for it, whether that be looking at notes, looking at charts, preparing those charts, looking at game notes, stats. So that's the most challenging thing for me, is just staying on top of that, making sure I have it all done, because everyone that's listening has the same type of resources I do. They can all they can all get on their ESPN app and see who's leading the team in catches. But do they know, can you dig a little bit deeper? What can you provide them that they can't just get at their fingertips off their smartphone?
Do you find it challenging to balance your announcing stuff and your schoolwork and social life and stuff like that?
Yeah, I find it very challenging. It's, if I'm not doing schoolwork, I'm usually working on charts. I'm usually doing all that. There's some times where I'm not quite sure how I do balance everything, especially when you mix in social life. But I always try to make it a priority to spend at least a little bit of time away from everything, whether it's school and broadcasting, and spend some time with my friends or just hang out with my roommates. I try to make that a priority every single week. But it is challenging, to be honest.
What's your favorite aspect of overall just being a broadcaster?
My favorite aspect of it is really from the radio side, because when you approach a broadcast, the listener obviously can't see what's going on. Now with TV, it's completely different. So to me, it's an art. It's an art form to be able to say that whatever the listener is seeing in their mind, I'm saying. I'm creating a mental image in their mind with the words that I'm saying. So I like that because I can collect a glossary of terms to and develop that over the years to help better my broadcast, to help build that. So I like the art form of it, because let's take, for instance, like a pass in basketball. If I say the word hooks, or shovels, or sends, or curls, all those may describe a pass, but they all visually give you something different. So I like that art form to it. TV, completely different. TV, I like more of you're more of a star, in all honesty, because your face is on TV, but you're highlighting more and you get to tell more of a story through TV.
What are your career goals with broadcasting?
My career goals is I want to be a play-by-play guy for a team or an organization, like a professional organization. That would be my ultimate goal, to be with a major conference team doing their football and basketball games, like a Big Ten team or an SEC or an ACC or in every person's dream that wants to do this, a professional organization with an NFL team or an NBA team. But I realize that you start from the bottom and work your way to the top. So those would be my biggest goals.
Great. Thanks, Tyler.
No problem.